I can still see her face at the gate, boarding passes in every hand but hers. My father's smirk, my mother's shrug. "There's not ticket for you," Dad told Grandma, as if she'd made a mistake. "But I paid," she whispered. He leaned in, low enough for only us to hear. "Go home. This trip was never for you." Then he turned his back, just like that. My siblings filed past the gate, laughing, dragging their shiny luggage behind them. I stayed frozen beside her. My grandmother, the woman who raised me more than my own parents, was standing there, humiliated, with tears she refused to let fall. And in that moment, I chose. I didn't board. I stayed with her. Backstory. Grandma was always the quiet one in the room, the one overlooked, but she had steel in her spine. She put food on the table when my father couldn't keep a job. She paid for my college textbooks when Mom said they were too expensive. And for that, they used her. Every holiday, every family event, she was their wallet. Dad spun stories of family memories and once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. She always gave in. $18,000 this time. Her savings. And for what? For them to humiliate her at an airport gate like she was disposable trash? I felt rage. Cold, sharp, calculated rage. For 3 weeks, while they were off posting pictures in Paris and Rome, I sat with Grandma, cooked with her, listened, dug through old files, old letters, old deeds. That's when I found it. The house. The one they all assumed was Dad's. Paid for, in full, by Grandma 20 years ago. Title in her name. She had forgotten. Or maybe, in her kindness, she just never used it as leverage. But I would. Step 1, I had Grandma sign over power of attorney. She trusted me. No hesitation. Step 2, I brought in a lawyer. Not some junior associate, but a senior partner at a firm my scholarship alumni had connections to. Step 3, we reviewed the financial trail. Every loan my father had begged from her. Every payment she had made. Every manipulation documented. By week 2, the house wasn't in Dad's control anymore. Neither were the accounts he thought were his safety net. By week 3, we were ready. They landed with their duty-free bags and their fake smiles, walked through arrivals as though nothing had happened. And then they froze. Because I wasn't alone. I was standing beside a man in a gray suit, sharp, commanding presence, my lawyer. "Mr. Reynolds?" Dad stammered. He knew the name. This was no small-town attorney. This was the kind of man who dismantled corporations. I stepped forward, calm, controlled. "Welcome back. We need to talk." We didn't talk at home. We talked in Grandma's living room, the house they thought was theirs. My father marched in like he owned it. My lawyer placed the deed on the coffee table. "This property," he said, "has never belonged to you. It remains solely in your mother's name, and as of last week, she has transferred full authority to her granddaughter." Dad's face went pale. Mom's mouth opened, then shut. My siblings stopped pretending to scroll their phones. I leaned back, watching the cracks spread across their smug expressions. "You left her at an airport after stealing $18,000. I hope the trip was worth it. Because this house, the accounts, the loans, they're gone. All of it." My father tried to roar, "You ungrateful!" My lawyer cut him off. "You will vacate the property within 14 days. Failure to comply will result in legal removal." Silence. Thick, suffocating. For once, their power was gone. And then the twist of the knife. "Also," I added, "Grandma won't be funding any more of your vacations, or your bills, or your lies. You'll manage on your own now." The meltdown was everything I'd imagined. Mom begging, Dad threatening, my brother calling me names he thought would cut deep. None of it worked. Because the woman they thought was powerless finally had a voice. Through me. And I wasn't bending. That night, Grandma and I sat at the same table where they had once ordered her around. She was quiet, sipping her tea. Her hands trembled, not from fear, but release. "They can't hurt me anymore," she whispered. "No," I said. "They can't." Revenge wasn't loud. It wasn't me screaming at them in the airport. It was 3 weeks of patience, of precision. It was watching their faces collapse when they realized the empire they built on her generosity had crumbled in one night. Do I regret it? No. They abandoned her. I abandoned them. The difference is, I did it with documents instead of cruelty. When people see us now, me walking beside Grandma, her head higher than ever, they ask what changed. Nothing changed. I just exposed the truth. She was never their burden. She was their foundation. And they never deserved her. So yes, at the airport, my father told her to go home. 3 weeks later, when they returned, I made sure they were the ones without a home.